We have one busy Rotarian, I believe, and that is Steve Holliday from Baton Rouge. Steve has an interesting classification, immigration lawyer. Bob Robinson has a couple of guests.
Thank you. Holly Hollinshead, the perennial mooch, and Susan Brunner, our curator for the gallery, and she's out of Covington.
Jim Egan has a guest.
My guest is Don Clement.
And I believe, is this Ernest Lampkin? You have a guest? Okay. If Guard has its information, and we'll introduce our guests there in just a moment. Are there any other visiting Rotarians or guest Rotarians? If not, please silence your cell phone. And Guard, if you'll introduce our special guest.
Thank you for that reminder. Cell phone. It is a pleasure to have at the head table today with us Lane Carson, who is the Secretary for the Department of Veterans Affairs for Louisiana, and his deputy, David Lacerte. Secretary Carson was wounded while serving as a combat platoon leader in Vietnam, and subsequently was the first Vietnam veteran elected to the Louisiana legislature. He served Governor Treen, President Reagan, Governor Foster, and President Bush in special capacities in their cabinets, and he was appointed by Governor Jindal as the Secretary of Louisiana Department of Veterans Affairs. We're very pleased to have him and his deputy here. He is working with Ernest Lampkin's committee to upgrade the facilities at the Northwest Louisiana Veterans Cemetery. So that's one of our Rotary projects. So glad to have you with us. At this time, I'd like to ask Bruce Wilson if he'll come and talk to us momentarily about membership. Bruce?
It's that time of the year when we are looking for a few good men and women to be potential members of the Rotary Club of Shreveport. I want to read to you from our Constitution of who is eligible to be a member. First of all, the club shall be composed of adult persons of good character, good business and professional reputation. Joe Cooper left. He couldn't be a member now, but in the past it was different. But anyway, we need people of good character. We have active memberships, and I'm not going to bore you with what the other part is, but this is what it takes. It needs to be someone who is a proprietor, a partner, a corporate officer, or a manager of any worthy and recognized business or profession, or hold an important position in any worthy or recognized business or profession or any branch or agency thereof, and have executive capacity with discretionary authority. Now, in front of you, there are slips of paper. Now, this is painless. Take the slip of paper, and I want you to put down the name of someone who might be a potential member of this club. Fill out the information. No, you don't have to go ask them to be a member. We have a group of people who are willing to do that, so check, though, if you'd like to make the contact or you'd like somebody else to make the contact, we'll be happy to do so. And you're going to get to see me for the next 6 weeks, every week. And so let's see if we can get our numbers up. We're looking to bring in about 40 members, and that's a good achievable goal in the next 6-7 weeks. So anyway, put the person's name down, give us some contact information with what business they work for, what their position is, and whether or not you want to make the contact or have somebody else make the contact. Thank you.
Thank you, Bruce. Thanks very much. There's nothing more gratifying than sharing Rotary with someone. And I encourage you to fill out one of those nomination forms on your table. We now have a special presentation. Will Don Updegraff please come forward?
Richmond, Virginia. His first Sunday with us was in February of 2008. He is a graduate of the University of North Carolina, where he majored in political science. He received his Master's of Divinity degree at Columbia Theological Seminary in Decatur, Georgia, and he's presently working on his Doctor's of Divinity degree. Since Penn has been with our church, membership has grown, and we've embarked on a major remodeling project totaling approximately $14 million. He joined our Rotary Club in 2008, and obviously our church has been very pleased with his membership. Last fall, without his knowledge, the members of this Rotary Club, who are also members of Penn's church, decided to make him a Paul Harris Fellow, and today we would like to present that award to him.
Ben, congratulations and welcome as a Paul Harris Fellow. This is your pin, which, as you can see, looks quite well on your lapel, and a certificate which is certainly worthy of framing, which proclaims you as a Paul Harris Fellow. Your badge will be fixed next week, so that you'll have a ribbon that will also proclaim that you are a Paul Harris Fellow, and you are now supporting good works all over the world. Compliments of Rotary International. Thank you very much. And thank you for that presentation. I have a couple of announcements before we get into our program. Monty Harrison, many of you know Monty. He's at Willis Knight in Piermont. He's had a reaction to some medication that he was taking, and our thoughts and prayers are extended to him and his family. As you know, his son Patrick is also a member of this club. Lou Frazier is back in the hospital at Willis Knight, and also you'll keep Lou and Francis in your prayers. Good news, Keith Bergeron is at home now. He had his first doctor's appointment yesterday after bypass surgery. The doctor gave him a clean bill of health. He starts rehab today. His address is 404 Pollard. If any of you want to drop him a note, it's 404 Pollard, 71106. Mike Collier yesterday had the heart pump installed, yesterday or this morning, that we had been hoping would happen, and he is now going to be able to walk around carrying that pump with him. Sarah is very grateful for the contacts and words and messages that she's received. So let's keep those coming, and let's keep Mike and the family in our prayers. And now it's time for our program. I'd like to ask Judy Williams if she will come and introduce our speaker today. Judy, past president.
You all know Craig Spawn as one of our members. He has 20 years of business experience in the information technology field, working in international, commercial, and federal government markets. Currently, he's the executive director of the Cyber Innovation Center, which is a public-private initiative whose mission is to support research, educational, and technological advancement for the cyber mission, and to foster collaborative and strategic alliances between governmental agencies, private industry, and academic institutions, all of which Craig will translate into English for you in just a minute. Before serving as the executive director of the CIC, Craig was the director of an information technology consulting group for a Shreveport-based technology company. Prior to returning to Shreveport-Bossier, Craig was with Science Applications International Corporation, a large defense contractor. At SAIC, Craig served as vice president for Middle East business and coordinated SAIC's Saudi Arabian business activities as general manager of the Saudi joint venture. He's a member of AFCEA, the Biomedical Research Foundation, the Bossier Chamber Board, Military Affairs Council, Committee of 100, the list goes on and on. What I will tell you about Craig that he might not say about himself is, A, it's his vision that the Cyber Innovation Center is here along with a group of very committed leaders. And he is very active and gives so much of his own personal time to the nonprofits with which he is involved. So I'm very proud to call him my friend, Craig Spawn.
presentation I put together for you today is kind of a compilation of some others that I've done over the last couple of months for different folks. And so I've asked my friend over here to help me drive from there, but I'll try to keep it just as a reference point. There's a couple of images that'll be important if you really want to understand the geography of what we're doing. So if you want to stop looking at me and pay attention to what's over here, you'll get most of the information. He's laughing at me because he knows that's important. Let's go to the next slide, please. Okay, so real quickly, I want to tell you about the park expansion, the workforce development, educational outreach things, and the economic impact both at the state, local, and federal levels. And all of those things are real hyper blended. So there's a bleed over from one into the other. If I don't do a good transition, that's the speaker's fault because all that stuff is inextricably linked. Next slide, please. The lower left corner of that slide up there is a 64-acre tract of land next to Bossier Parish Community College, situated between I-20 and Highway 80. And the bluest area in that lower left corner is the Cyber Innovation Center. It's a 135,000 square foot facility, the likes of which you won't find anywhere within a few hundred miles of here. And I really won't go into why it's unique, but just suffice it to say that any level of national security mission can be accommodated in that facility. The next two buildings to the left and up are potentially going to be built this year, but it'll probably take us through into next year to get them finished. There is a Fortune 50 company we're in discussions with that's contemplating moving, already committed to moving some of its activities to Bossier City, but a headquarters facility here would warrant the movement of 500 people of high-tech jobs and the creation of a new facility specifically for them. And then the next building is it's an overflow building. We've got more going on out there than we have space for. The building's full and oversubscribed as we speak, and so I have to have a place to put some of these other activities that are coming in right now. So